Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are doing fabulously. Okay, so this is Midweek Mystery. So mysterious, so mysterious. Okay, see what I have here. I spent a good while yesterday organizing all my junk mail envelopes. Believe it or not. These are, tall ones, short ones, skinny ones, fat ones, envelopes from cards. Non-window envelopes, double window envelopes, triple window envelopes, big fat window envelopes, little teeny skinny envelopes. So, guess what we're doing? We're covering envelopes today. And I hope that you will join me. I want to show you one that I have already covered. I was going to have more than one as a prototype, but you know, I just wanted to get going. So it was, and this took a while. And let me show you basically what it was made from. Okay, I took an envelope. I cut off the two ends, and then I kind of trimmed the top, you know, where you open it. Opened it up, turned it to the inside, and here we have now a pocket. Okay, I know we've got this that bends in, but when we cover it, this did as well, but you can see as you cover it with paper, it does not show. There's no bendy-dendy in there. And I am using Roxy Creations digitals. Loving, loving, loving her digitals. And before I was a design team member, I still bought her digitals because I love them so much. And this is from an earlier packet that I had, or kit that I had purchased. And I'm telling you, you guys, I just am so, hello, pink. You know me, you know, I love pink. So here in this one, we have created a couple of pockets. So this would go in a journal. Let's see, these are heavy. Let me move them out of the way. Okay, so now let's see. I just finished those pink journals, so I don't currently have anything specific. But I do have these from a while back. I'll have to look at those and see. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? So this would just slip in as a page, you know, just as a fun page in your journal. And then you've got a pocket here, and then you've got a pocket here. So that's one style that we're going to do today. And the other style is, let's see. Those are both that fold. The other style I thought would be fun is just to trim it, and it would be a journaling page this way. Okay? Just very simple, very fun. And I will also say that I was inspired, I continue to be inspired by Rachel on Roxy Creations, and she's done quite a bit of this, of covering envelopes. like last year when she did the Monday, you know, every Monday she would have a new, like the 52 weeks of making ephemera and different things. She did a lot during then, and I noticed as she's doing the 100-day, she also has been doing what I'm doing. Hers is a little different variation. I don't think she's creating a pocket on hers, but anyway, another fabulous way of covering them. So I'm just going to put the link to her channel, and you can peruse and go to her playlist and see all the wonderful things that she has created that way. And in the meantime, we shall get busy. So if you're going to join me today, use some envelopes. Old envelopes, used, would be great, but if you don't have anything used, then get something new. If you don't have an envelope at all, you can always use paper to create your own envelope, and you can put a window in it. Okay, and some papers. And I will have the links to Rachel, to her Roxy Creations store, so that you can go and if you haven't tried her digitals, please give them a try. They're really pretty. She's got some gorgeous digitals there. Okay, but grab your digitals, grab your real papers, your whatever you want to use, and let's get started. Okie doke. So I'm going to set my papers aside. Lovely, lovely. And I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay, so this was how this came. Generally speaking, when we get our mail, it is, I use a letter opener and cut it, you know, here. But this one was an easy open, and so it has the flap and everything. And for today's project, I'm not going to use the flap. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. We'll just glue this envelope. Just glue it down. Okay. And then, you can use a paper trimmer, you can use your scissors, or you can use what I use, your quilting ruler and such. So I'm trimming off both ends. Okay, so either cut with, you know, one of those methods. Anyway, yeah, not either, just do it. Okay, now, before I cut here or here, I want to, for this particular one, and this has even got a little bit of, got folded in there where the envelope is. Now, well, I'll show you how to do both, actually. So we'll go ahead on this one, and we will trim this little edge off. Okay. All right. So I hope that the weather is good where you are at. We had an interesting night. So it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I hear voices, like this woman's voice, and I glance over at my phone and it's lit up, so I know something's going on. And I grab it, and it's like tornado warning, severe extreme tornado warning. Get in your safe place now. Just a sec. So, anyway, okay, so see what that does by gluing that envelope down, then that gives me all this to work with. And I don't have to trim, etc. So here's the deal with this. And I did a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of this today because it does take a little bit of time. But it's one of those projects, you guys, where you can just put on your favorite movie, watch some YouTube videos, whatever it is that you want to do, but good music, whatever, and just go to town. Just collage and just cover the envelopes and create something beautiful that's just kind of a no-brainer, that's just a simple, And if you're using these envelopes, it feels good to recycle, to reuse, so that you're not, continuing to add junk. Okay, so I digress. So you see, this one, I folded up. I trimmed in the center, just a little smidgen off both sides. Can you see that? See that little tiny V there? Okay, let's get that up so you can see that. To save bulk here, to make it easy to fold, and now I have 2 pockets. So that's one option for you, okay? Let's take that back out. And this is the other one. This is what we're doing today. Now you'll notice this is quite a bit shorter. And if you're going to do it to go in a journal, like the normal size of journal, your papers are 8.5 by 11-ish, because I know in Europe and other places, your papers are a little bit longer. They're a little different size. But whatever that height is, when you fold it in half, you've got that you want to work with. Unless you want it to come outside of that, let me grab mine. So these are like 8.5-ish. Let me double check. Let's just make sure. Yeah, 8.5 wide, the tallest one. So if I want to put this as a pocket, or not a pocket, but just a journaling page, it hangs down. So what I had done previously on these is I had just trimmed it off, and then that gives you another scrap. We love our scraps. By the way, did you happen to check out my video from the inspiration of Louisa Heinzel, where she does her scraps and does an amazing job of grunging them up? Well, I did my own version. Mine are a little more pink. But you can see we've got some different things going on here. So you decide how long you want it. If you want just a short one, you can take this whole quite a bit off and then just have something here. You can use this as a tuck-in. You can, there's so many things. Don't get rid of it. There's always something else to do with those. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go ahead and let's cut one open. Here's another one. And this time, let's do my sample. What did I do with my sample? Sample, sample, sample. La, 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 la. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So this pocket, obviously the window on this one, it's a little different. Well, I suppose it's about the same-ish. Okay, so this is the one that we're going to do now. So there again, I don't know why I got rid of that. Oh, righty, little tags. So we get up, I wake my husband up. I was trying to decide, well, do we really need to worry? Is this, because I was still sleepy. We had stayed up late, didn't go to bed till almost 1 o'clock. And so at 5 o'clock, I've been asleep for about 4-ish, 3.5, 4 hours. But I woke him up and he's like, yeah, we need to go to our safe place. So we did, and grabbed some blankets to wrap around us as he turns on the news and is following where the tornado is expected to touch down. And thankfully we were not. It was just a short time. And then they showed where the path was going, and we were not in danger anymore. So we went back to bed. And that was kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's the first time that's happened. I'm sure it's not the last, as long as we live here in Arkansas. But, yeah. Okay, so you'll notice what I was doing was gluing down with envelopes that you buy, not so much with ones that you make because you have control over all of that, but those that you buy, they aren't glued completely down everywhere. There are lots of little things here and there. Okay, now, so this is, I'm not going to get a perfect, a perfect little spot here. And it's going to be a different, oh gosh, just a second. Let my brain catch up with me. Ronda. Catch up, brain, come to play, brain. All right, so I am bringing this up. Now, if I were, let me see how I want to do this. I'm just thinking here for a second. Think. Well, I think I'll make it pretty close to the same as this one, although it can't be exactly, because you see the pocket. If I wanted it to be that way, then I would have cut this instead of this apart. Now I could switch it if I wanted to go to the trouble of doing that. I could glue this back together, or put washi tape or something to glue it, and then cut here, which would be fine. But you're going to have so many different sizes of envelopes and windows in different spots. So I'm just kind of like, let's just work with what we've got here. So on this one, I think we shall, let's go ahead and fold kind of right here-ish. Ish. Where's my bone folder? And then I'll just give that a nice little burnish. So these will be our pockets, and this will be, do I want the same on both sides? That's the thing. And I think I kind of do-ish, sort of. Right? Okay. So now, as you can see, this one is going to be completely different because this is going to be the window side. So, unless I turn it this way, and if I do it this way, then it's a tuck up spot, which I don't want. So, okay. Well, that's an interesting dilemma. You know what? We're going to work with it, though. Now, I've got these two pockets that we're creating. So now, let's go ahead. Or do I want to cover it and then trim it? I think we'll cover it and then trim it. Okay. So it's quite a bit of covering. And if you need, here's a little if you just need a little reminder, okay? Okay, what I've done here, I've pushed the arrow up to show that this is upright this way. Okay? So when you're covering it, and that this is the front, and this is upright here. And of course, you know, we know that the back goes the same way. So then we can just start kind of covering and not worrying as much about all of that. Okay, did that make sense? Now, I don't need to cover this part because that will be folded up. And I don't need to cover all of this because this will be folded up. And it will be stitched down or glued. You can do either stitch or glue. And so. I get, you know, about here-ish, maybe-ish. Okay. And I think for this, we will go ahead. This is a book page from this Old Dutch. It's written in Old Dutch. I found that out. And it's a religious book. It's kind of a historical, back in the, what was it, 16 or 1700s. I can't remember now. But look at these. Look at these fonts. I mean, oh, so amazing. And this is sturdy, but it's thin. And I like that. For covering the envelopes, I would recommend that you use thinner papers if possible, not cardstock, you know, or the real heavy scrapbooking paper, because it will make your pocket super, super thick. And these are just, you know, pages, regular page, you know, papers, and some are quite thin. But once you get two sides and you get it collaged and you get the pockets on and covered, it's very sturdy all by itself. So you don't need to have heavy papers, and I would recommend you not. So now I'm going to cover up. Let me get my ruler. It'll be easier for you to see, I think. And I'm going to pull this up so you can kind of see. Do you see where my edge is coming over just a little bit? The reason I'm doing that is to avoid these little curves where, you know, it's nice and smooth, but I don't want to have difficulty in covering those. As you can see here, I did the same thing here. You don't see any curves, and that's because I brought it in to cover those. That's just a suggestion. That's, you know, it's your work, my friends. It's your work. You do what you want. It will be fabulous. And do I want to go the whole thing? No, I don't think I want to do the whole thing. We want to do a little bit more collaging. So I will go ahead and do some of that, and then I am going to just trim that. Cut it with your scissors, cut it with your rotary cutter, cut it with your paper cutter. Cut it. Just cut it, cut it, cut it. Whatever's floating your boat. Okay, so, and I will bring that back down to about here-ish. And there again, we will get rid of that. And we will just start gluing down. Let me get my glue book. As you can see, way different. And for me, being English, you know, English speaking, you know, this is fabulous. This, not so much. Which is why I'm using it as my glue page or glue book. And then as it gets too sticky on some of these, I am folding them either lengthwise or widthwise, and at some point we'll create, you know, some pockets and such. Okay, so let's just bring this over a bit. Okay. And we just start. We just kind of start, my friends, and cover. So I think what I'm wanting to do here, I'm using these amazing digitals of Rachel's. And, okay. So, let's see. This one, and actually I don't even really have to measure that because I'm going to trim that, and it doesn't matter exactly how much we go over. We just want this side to be flush. And if it wasn't, that would actually be okay as well, because we can always trim it off, you know, when we're done with that part. Okay, I may have to move this out of focus here. Let's see. Let's take that back down so it's easier to see the whole thing. So, this morning, it is wet outside. We had rain and thunder and lightning all night, morning, and it is clouded over. It has been raining a bit, not huge like it was last night, obviously, but still definitely to where you know it's a storm. You know it's a storm. Okay, I think that will work nicely. Let's go ahead and we'll put that there, and we'll just sort of, I think we'll use the tear ruler. The tear ruler and the straight edge on some of this, and I'm going to trim this part off, but here again I want this to cover up for there. Alrighty, my glue sticks came. Did I tell you that I was out? I was just down to my last little bit on one of, well, my last, not one of, the last glue stick that I had, and thankfully it came. So I was very happy about that. It was like, oh, and it was just in the nick of time, because otherwise I would have had to have gone and purchased a glue stick. So you can see there's a little bit to trim, and that's fine. I'll just wait to trim that. Now you can, I'm bringing that up close so you can see that I have covered just under, it looks like about 1/4 of an inch, just kind of eyeballing that. And So what I'm doing is kind of on the inside, I'm doing more of the kind of backgroundy papers and such. Although you don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. In fact, now that I said that, let's go ahead and cut this out so we can... I love being able to collage with different things, different varieties of goodness. Okay, do I want to do it that way? Do I want to do it this way? And that kind of gives it that, you know, I think that's what I'm going to do. That's one thing that I'm trying to do, you guys. And remind me, is that really and truly, don't overthink it. Let's see, should I take it clear up or should I just kind of go in here-ish? Take it clear up. Speak. You didn't speak, so I'm doing it. All right. Okay. So on this one, what I'm doing is I'm lining this up with this straight edge. And then I am just trimming that off. I got glue on that, so we best set that somewhere where the glue can dry. The glue can dry. Okay. Okay, almost. So now we just need a little bit here. Here. Let's see. Ooh, there's a spot. There's a something. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about that. Okay. And I do not throw things away here. They are so good to be used in so many different projects. Oh, goodness. That I just... Okay, let's kind of go-ish. Let's try that-ish. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to leave that turned. It doesn't always have to be square or straight. I can have angles. You can have angles, you guys. Oh dear. So what are you working on? If you are not working on this project with me, I hope you are working on something that is super fun, or that you're at least having a good time sitting visiting with us. Okay. So now this is going to be our pocket. So I want, what do we want? Something maybe a little more, let's take, oh, that would be so pretty. Glue on my hands, on my fingers, drives me nuts. Yes, it does. You know, that could be very cool there, huh? Oh, I like that. Let's give that a go. So, on this I will measure. So that's 2 inches. So if I want to wrap this around, wrap it around, we will do, say, 2.5. Let's go 2.5 inches on that and see And let's just play with that. Let's see what we've got here now. Okay. I think we will go ahead and glue. Let's see. I think we'll glue that. So let's cut this off. I know, I'm actually using scissors. Scary, huh? Scary. Very, very scary. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, this is goopy. Let's get rid of that one and start on a new one. And I do love using a nice glue stick, and these work great for me, but you do have to give a good amount of glue. You know, if you're not giving it a good cover, then the glue sticks aren't necessarily the greatest to use. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to turn this away. And glue that down. Whoops. Excuse me. Now, where did I say, where was my fold? Where was my fold? I wonder. There we are. Okay. Look how pretty. Okay. That's looking really nice. Now, let's go ahead and start gluing the outside. Excuse me, as I've got some little bit of coughing going on. I don't know why. I am feeling very, very good. Okay, so here's the fold from the envelope. So we want to make sure that that's covered nicely. But there again, we don't need, well, we could. I'm just trying to think of different scenarios here. All right. Let me see. And that's like 7/8 inch-ish. So let's see about covering that up. I kind of think this is cool, this end paper, that it was obviously, and these are super old documents that she has, these letters and whatnot, that this is from Rachel's private stock. Those of you that know her, you know that she has access to these amazing antique, literally antique documents and whatnot. And she's very good about sharing those with us, which I think is fabulous and so appreciated. Whoops. Okay, come on, wiggle it over. Come on, you can do it, Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. And let's see, I don't think I'm going to want that doubled but there's another piece that the glue needs to dry. Oops. Okay, so we shall continue on. I think I'm thinking these are really, all of these are just so pretty. It's like, which image do we want to highlight on the front here? Goodness gracious. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? If I do that, then the birdies, well, they have their tail cut off, their tail feathers. What if I do, oh, look at that. That's almost, I think we need to go for that. So let's do this. And let's cut around. So we can use many more of those elements. Okay, so we will do that here. It will take just a little bit away, but that's okay. And then I want to put like a skinny, you know, down here, a skinny page. And when I say skinny page, what I mean is a thin page. And, okay, so we are just continuing. So I am, and this way, oh, it's good to open it. And the challenge, of course, is that every time we create something, we also create scraps. It's just the way it is. If you struggle with that, then you're maybe not going to be super happy with collaging and whatnot, papers and such. Okay, let's see. So that's where I want it to go. So we will fold this up here. Okay. So then we shall get this back and let's line this up. Hopefully that's close. Hopefully that's close. Close but no horseshoes. You ever heard of that statement? Close but no horseshoes. That is from long ago. Okay, so that's about where that one is. All right, so if I put that right there, and then we put this right here. Okay, this is good. This is good. We are getting there, my friends. So, yeah, today's been a better day than yesterday. I have to share with you guys, I want to explain what happened on Sunday and the journal with me that I have started to do. And I don't know, those of you that are also on Instagram may have seen my pictures, but obviously you didn't see a video. Well, what happened was, okay, let me just pay attention to this for a sec. Get this down. Okay. What happened, I recorded the video. I did do that. I recorded it. Looking good. And I had it ready to upload, and for whatever reason, I don't know, I just had a, like, just couldn't do it. I think as I kind of have thought through what happened, I think I was trying to be so I think I was really quite disappointed with what I did. Not, oh, how do I say it? I just struggled with this one. And then I got thinking, well, it wasn't quite as positive. It was just, I don't know. And I just thought, I don't want my friends to just be like, oh, really? And one of the biggest things was it was over an hour long. And oh gosh. I mean, I know I can get wordy and I know that I'm slow, but that just feels like, an awful lot, to have to deal with. Hang on. Okay, I am back. I apologize, guys. I had to take that phone call, and it turned out to be quite a while. And so, rather than just sit, I had the stuff before me. So, yeah, I continued. But you get the idea of what I've been doing. And I have folded this here, so this is going to be on a journal page. This would go like this, okay? And then you turn it to this side, and here will be your pocket, your picture window. Okay, so let me get back and just we'll sort of finish up. So I did cut this out. I thought this was fabulous. And I'm planning on putting this in here-ish. Okay? And I think I'll just wrap it around. Glue it, wrap it around, and even wrap it around to the other side. There, I think that's very pretty. I may put a label right in here-ish. Okay? And then here, as you can see, this is just a continuation on top here. Some music paper. I did put some washi tape, some music washi tape down, because where I was folding this paper is quite fragile, and it kind of broke a little bit. And so putting the washi tape makes it just really nice and sturdy. And I'm thinking that we'll just put a little something here, and then, we're just, wow, this is crazy, but we are almost done, my friends, with this. And I hope that this has been kind of fun for you to just, I love just doing these little journaling dilly-wickers, dilly-dillies, dilly-dallies, dilly-whatevers. I don't know, it's like I covered that, and then I'm like, why did I cover that? Because now this, to me, looks odd. It needs to be fixed. And how to fix it, I don't know. First of all, let's do this. Let's get this done, my friends. So I just fussy cut that all out. I started to tear it, and then I just thought, you know what, for this particular one, I think I just want the image to look clean, and so we just switched it up a bit. Woo! We've got a mess. We've got a mess. Okay, so we want to show, let me get you in here. I want to show this little bit. I want the vase or the vase, whichever you prefer to call it. Okay. We are just working it. Working it. Okay. We got fun. Look. And of course this will, ooh, I like that. Let's put this back here so we can have a better peek-see. Isn't that pretty? So another thing that would be really pretty here is to put like a bit of lace, you know, real lace. Bit of fabric or something like that. That's very pretty. Rachel and her husband, he does amazing digitals. They both do them, and it's just, oh, I just think that's the coolest thing ever. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Oh, I love those birds. I love these flowers. This, I don't love this. I do not love this. Do I? What do I do? I could put some washi tape there even, I suppose. I could put a bit of real lace. Now there's a thought. But I want to keep it flat. What do you think? Come on, help me out. I suppose I could do a, excuse me, we could put something like this. You know, I have these little labels, labels. We could do, now that's kind of fun. Little big, and if I did it that way, then it would show there, so I don't really want it to show. Maybe this one, and it actually doesn't have to be the exact size or anything, because I've already got that covered with paper. Let's just try a couple of things here, and then we'll decide. Okay. And I could do, but that one's way too wide. Way too wide. Do 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 do. I like the green. I think that's very nice. Ugh. My gluey fingers. Gluey fingers. Gluey fingers. That's cool. I don't know. Come on. Help me out, guys. Help me out. What shall we do? Sometimes you're just needing some little something or other. Maybe I'm just needing a little strip of fabric or, well, I said fabric, but I meant of paper, there is the definite possibility that I am going to use these over and over and over. Okay. You know, I think we're just gonna kind of make this work just sort of a little bit. We're just we're gonna. See, I like having a little jagged, not just straight across like so. And then we shall do, let's cut this out. And I'm doing this very poorly, but in the interest of getting this done, getting it done and getting it up. Oh, you know, I love you guys. I just do. I like that, but I do feel like I want this to be straight. So let me just take off a smidgen. Let's see, how much is a smidgen? Okay. So that is a smidgen. Okay. There. That's better, huh? Oh, you know, sometimes you just have to keep going until you get that one little whatever. And that's okay. That's why sometimes things can take a long time, you know, to get done, but I think it's very much worth the effort. I really like that now. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so that I think is very nice. Now if I wanted to, I could go ahead and I could put a label up. Oh, that's nice. Well, okay then. Well, okay then. Rachel, we're just making this just lots of fun, girlfriend. Okay. Okay. I love that. So then, depending on, you know, what you have on this side, it'll depend, you know, what's in your pocket. And you could, you know, decide, well, this isn't a pocket. I apologize. But you can decide where you want this in your journal, and then you can highlight whatever's going to be it showing. Then you can make that specific to that if you like. Okay, now, and a label. Okay, and I do think this does need a label here as well. So, I like that, and I do not want to spend a lot of time on this. I just want to get it done. But I don't want that color. I do prefer this, or if I had the green might work. Let me see about a green and maybe make the green pop. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get her down. And we will just go over that. How fun. You guys, this is so much fun. You've got to try it. If you haven't tried it, I hope you'll give it a try. And please, please be sure and check out Rachel's channel too, Roxy Creations. I'll have all of her, you know, the links and stuff to her channel and to her Etsy shop as well. It'll be very well worth your time and effort. Now, this is the last thing that I wanted to do, and I did wait. I did wait for this part, so you could join with me. We want to clip that out so that it's not an issue. We want to make that a little bit thinner. So you can either use your rotary cutter and go on both sides, or you can use your scissors and go on both sides. This isn't one that I would recommend you use your paper cutter for. Not this particular one. So I'm just going to do this. Go up to the point, and on the other side, go up to the point, and oh, okay. Well, that didn't work so well, so we'll just finish it with our scissors. How about that? Yeah? Okay. Then you can turn that in. So if you don't want to, look at all this messy glue on my hands. As soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to go wash my hands. Clean that off. So what you can do is stitch down on both sides here, or glue it down, whichever you prefer, and you have got your pocket made. I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off. At this point, I will stitch mine down. Oh, I love that. That is so fun. So let me show you the other one that I created, and you can see where I have stitched down on both sides here. So I did this basically the same way. And there again, I have used Roxy Creations digitals here, and I love them. I think they're beautiful. Oh, one more thing. We want to trim this. And do I want to trim this as well? I think I do. I hope that this will work. This is pretty thick. Boom! All right. Okay. There we go, my dear friends. So I hope that you will have fun with this. Make some. If you happen to post on Instagram anything, be sure and tag me so I can see your work. Would love to see that. Until next video, we're at that point. This was Mixed Media Mystery. So I hope you enjoyed it. I love you guys. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.